Hello Internet, in this video I thought I'd cover my mic mount project in brief. I won't do a whole lot, but basically I needed a mount to mount my nice little microphone that I bought onto something that I could move around easily and reposition easily, etc. So this is kind of what I came up with. I managed to get, before the coronavirus hit, I managed to get a Takstar. I don't know if you can see it on there, but it's a nice little, I think it was like $20 or something, maybe 30, something like that. It wasn't particularly expensive, and it's a highly rated microphone. It's made for DSLR cameras, so that's the mount that it has on it. It's made to go on top of the DSLR camera as a mic for when you're like interviewing somebody or something like that. So it works perfectly for my situation because I'm mostly just talking. But anyway, I needed to mount it on something, and I didn't exactly want to modify it in any particular way because it's a good mic. I don't really want to mess it up or anything. So I decided that I would use my 3D printing skills along with my woodworking skills to make a little bit of a mount for it. And so as you can see, this is basically what it is. I basically used a little paint stir stick along with some wood and some screws and 3D printed the actual part that allows it to connect to the mount. I designed this and well, I think let's see, did I DIY? Yeah, I couldn't find something that was like this on Thingiverse. They might exist, but the ones I found were not able to be used in my FreeCAD program. So I went ahead and just designed my own. It wasn't that hard, so I just made my own. And then I just kind of stuck a little piece onto it and made a little hole in that piece so that I could connect that whole thing to another piece of wood. And so that's what it did. Basically, I made a kind of a clamp there and attached it to the kind of ball on the end of this little flexible kind of clamp thingy. This, I think, is actually originally for a GoPro camera, but I use it for all kinds of different things, not necessarily GoPro camera at all. I think the original end that went on here, minus the wood, of course, there was originally an end that went on there, and it connected to, I actually modified that end piece to connect to a different camera, which is a whole other project that maybe someday I'll cover. But anyway, that's what I used this for originally, but it makes a nice little kind of stand for different things, and so I decided I'll just use it for my mic, and so that's what I did. And there's kind of more detail of how it all went together. This piece here is just to cover the screw. I probably should have done the same thing here, but I was too lazy, so I now have a screw sticking out in my in my room that I have to be careful of. Usually that's not a problem. But anyway, there you can see the end. It's basically a spherical ball where something would mount on there. It's really nice with the original piece on there. It works and makes a nice fit there. So anyway, you can make something that if you wanted to make something similar to this, what you can do to make it tighter or looser, you can adjust these two screws, the tightness of these, actually these three screws, and kind of clamp it on there. This screw goes through the paint stir stick piece and kind of locks the whole thing together, and this just screws on to the paint stir stick. So it's really a simple design, and then the mic mount just slips into that hole, and then you just connect it exactly as if you were connecting it to a DSLR camera. It works really slick. So I think that's all for the pictures. Let me show you the CAD of the actual piece. So this is the piece that I designed. As you can see, there's no real top or bottom to it. I printed it kind of like this with the bottom here, because I didn't want overhangs or anything weird, because it wouldn't have printed that overhang if I'd flipped it over the other way. If I'd printed it like this, then that wouldn't have worked well. But I printed it like this. This hole is kind of an arbitrary size. I just needed a hole there. So yeah, that's my little mount. And I think that's all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll probably put the links to download that little file if you ever find yourself in need of making something similar. It came out pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It's worked quite well. So anyway, I think that's all for this video. Just a short little video about my mic stand. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye now.